Good morning, all of you. Today we teach about what is an operating system. A modern computer system has a variety of resources like the CPU, memory, secondary storage, network, device, etc. Thus, an operating system exists to satisfy all these needs because it controls the whole system. It is always the first program to be started when the computer system is turned. Thus, an operating system exists to satisfy all these needs because it controls the whole system. It is always the first program to be started when the computer system is turned on. Even though the CPU is very fast, it can basically do simple operations like adding two numbers, multiplying two numbers, etc., but not much more. Even simple operations like input of a number or output of a number or converting a string of characters to uppercase on displaying an image on the screen must be built on top of these basic capabilities by writing a series of basic instructions. Also, the computer has a large number of devices like keyboard, mouse, monitor, hard disk, optical disc, printer, and other removable device. Operating this device require executing a long and complex series of basic instructions. What is an operating system? An operating system is a controller, resource, all actor, and common services provider for a computer system. It means an operating system so is system software that manage computer hardware software resource and provides common services for computer program. Other operating systems such as embedded and real-time system. Next, the startup process of a computer. When the computer is supplied power and turned on, the CPU takes control of the whole system. It initializes itself by bringing all its subcomponents in a known and ready to use state. In computing, booting is the process of starting a computer. It can be intil- untitled by hardware such as a button press or by a software command. After it is switched on, a computer's CPU central processing unit has no software in its main memory. So some process must load software into memory before it can be executed. The computer has a type of permanent memory called ROM that contains an Intel program operating system on the attached storage device. Select the one or to be loaded in many memory load it and executing it. Once the operating system starts its execution, each task takes control of the entire computer system. This entire process is called booting the computer to a particular operating system. This entails program called post power system or simple bio sorry power on self test performs a basic check on all other components and peripheral device in the computer and initialize them so that they are ready for use. Functions of an operating system. An operating system performs different sets of basic functions as maintained, providing hardware access as a common service. If a new kind of printer was added to a computer, it becomes necessary to add the necessary instructions, handle the new printer to each and every program to be executed on that computer. With the rapid increase in the number of device manufacturers as well as the number of programs be run, this approach soon become. In the earliest day of computing, each computer programs would come with a set of instructions to handle a fixed set of devices like printers, etc. If a When a new device came into use, the new instructions needed to operate it would only have to be added to the operating system, and thousands of individual programs were spread of any modification. Next, controlling, regulating, and supervision using resources in the computer. Modern computers are far more powerful than their humble predecessors and have access to greater amount of resource like processing power, main memory storage, etc. As a result, they are now capable of running not just one program at a time, but many programs at a time. The operating system play the circle role or of resource controller, regulator, and supervisor for hardware resource. Handling multiprocessor system. A computer system may have more than one CPU as well. A computer system having more than one processor is known as multiprocessor system. Starting and stopping program execution when the computer starts in, entirely, it runs only the operating system. The operating system takes complete control of the computer system. Operating system for such multiprocessor systems are considerably more complex than those designed only for single processor system. Managing which processor to be used for execution is also job of operating system. It also runs special program called the cell. The cell provides the user a user interface to work with, controlling access to memory. The, the main memory is an important resource for the computer system because it is only large scale form of memory that can match the speed of CPU and can be directly accessed by the CPU. Any program to be run must be loaded into main memory, and any non-trivial data set to be manipulated must also be in main memory for the manipulation to occur. Hence, it is very important that this resource be used. As a result, access to the main memory is also under complete control of the operating system, just like access to other resources. A process needing to get or release some amount of main memory must request the operating system to do so, and no process is permitted to access memory not allocated to it by the operating system. This is known as memory protection. Starting and stopping program execution. When the computer starts in entirely, it runs only the operating system. The operating system takes complete control of the computer system. It also runs special program called the cell. The cell provides the user a user interface to work with. The user interface allows the user to indicate what they want to do. It accepts requests for performing operations from the user, may be in the form of typing a command or clicking with a mouse or touching on a touch panel, and entities actions to fulfill those requests. Saving multiple users at the same time. An operating system may be designed for use by only one user a time or by several users simultaneously. With a multi-user operating system, it is actually possible to run the programs of many users on a single computer, usually called server, with each user programming input output through their terminal that may have keyboard, mouse, and monitor. This is useful when all users cannot be provided with the powerful computers they need, and a single powerful computer must be shared among many of them.